One of the questions I get pretty often is, how do I know when I'm ready to leave my full-time role and start freelancing? Or what does it take to start freelancing? People are nervous that they're going to spend way too much money or that they won't have enough money coming in. And really the only way to figure that out is to start with a financial audit. It takes money to make money. So let's get right in. First, I tell everybody you should be prepared with 3 to 6 months of your finances aside. Now, I personally could not do that. I was laid off and my next role was a freelance gig, a big contract. But, I had to make do. However, if I were in a position where I was thinking about consciously making the move out of full-time work into freelancing, this is 100% the advice I would give you. Why do you need to start with 3 to 6 months of finances? First of all, you want to make sure you can eat, pay your mortgage, all of that good stuff. But also having money in the bank means you don't have to say yes to roles you don't want to actually take on just to make sure you can pay the bills. So the financial backing gives you a little bit of freedom. Now, all you need to do this financial audit is to think about 3 things. First is what you have. Second is what you'll spend, and third is what you'll receive, and that's basically looking at your profit. Now, what you have really comes down to 3 things. That's your savings, so what have you already put away? Your other income sources, so if you're selling Avon skincare products on the side, if you have a full-time job that you're going to stay in as you trickle out to freelancing, if you own real estate that you're renting out, if you have stocks, that's all considered other income sources as long as you're willing to use them as cash at the time. If it's a long-term savings account, it's probably not going to be counted in this calculation. Then think about your sales. If you've already got committed contracts coming in, that's something you can look at. But remember, if you don't and you're just sort of projecting what you might eventually sell, then this is not a good number to include. So I would just say get out a piece of paper and jot these things down. And that's your first number, what you have. Your second number is what you'll spend. And really, because you're a freelancer, you have to think about 2 separate aspects of spending, and that's your living expenses. And you should jot down every single one. So your housing, your groceries, your health insurance, your utilities, your vehicle costs, your lifestyle perks. If you like to get Starbucks every day, factor that into your cost. Then your business expenses. So that's everything from your software licenses. So, if you want to use Articulate Storyline, or if you annually renew Microsoft 365, your office equipment, everything from your laptop and your microphone, your camera, if you have lighting, that's all office equipment. And then your business registration fees, of course, get factored in here. Now, the one thing I don't have listed is your tax burden, but basically I take 30% of everything I earn and just consider it paid into taxes. Now, usually I'll get money back, but you want it out of sight, out of mind, so you don't end up owing an exorbitant amount at the end of the year. Now, this is particular to US clients, but just something to keep in mind. Now, take those numbers and basically you're going to add any annual expenses, and then you're going to do times 3 to 6 for all of your monthly expenses. Now that you've got both of those, you'll have your savings and your revenue, and you'll subtract your expenses. What's the number that you get? That's the number that you'll receive. Can you live on that amount of money? If you're not there yet, then you may have to make more sales, get some more contract commitments, or save a little more.